creative people and movie buffs or people who like to kind of stay, I mean, they want to kind of soak up more of movies or music or TV programs and stuff. You got to reduce the TV time and stuff, not just social media or on your phone, and you have to give yourself this movement thing of getting out of your comfort zone and spending time in nature. So let me read out to you. The point is this, that there is a research which is in the Nature Communication. It's a new study, and they've basically done MRIs on people who've been in the who've been spending time more in nature and stuff, and they figured out that their immunity is much better. They are much stronger in hitting back and combating illnesses and health stuff and all that. Their heart works better. Their mindset works better. They are more relaxed. They are more positive. This is because when they are spending more time in nature, they are naturally getting more of sunshine, which does not just have only vitamin D, but it was also giving you some kind of release to kind of let go of those emotions that you have in yourself and stuff. Okay, so I'm by no means a doctor. I think some people thought I was a doctor because I was on a forum of United Nations with the Lions Club people and stuff, and I think worldwide doctors and Indian doctors were there. And I do remember getting complimented by the doctor of the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, that I seem to be asking TEDx question level, TEDx level questions and stuff. And some even thought I was a doctor, or the way I was asking questions and stuff. How did I know all of that? I knew that because I was reading up, and I spent my time on not focusing so much on the issue, but also so focusing on the solutions and how to come out of it. Okay, so participants who watch too much of TV, what I would advise you is that you should watch more of nature friendly stuff, because when you do that, you're automatically calming yourself and stuff, and indoor activities or your fitness levels also goes up, because nature induces you to kind of step out and spend time in it. You may end up walking more, you may end up lying there more, you may end up talking to people more, you may end up kind of taking your pet there more, being more with children, you may end up playing sports and stuff. I've done it so many times, I still do it. I go out and I kind of play football. I'm on the swing sometimes. I'm enjoying myself, and my dogs join in everything, so all of that helps. So it's basically said that people who are kind of watching nature videos naturally get zapped into the city views and stuff like that. They start even feeling good about their city and stuff, and the areas of their bodies which had pain and everything start relaxing, and you're automatically feeling good. So you can reduce pain by looking at nature indoors as well. Your Facebook page or your social media pages or your computer, laptop, or your phone screens and everything, or your cover photos can all be nature and stuff. Okay, try a different kind of aerobics. A lot of people do aerobics, Zumba and stuff. Try aqua aerobics, because the moment you get into water, you're kind of again getting into an enthusiastic zone or a mode. So you will be thinking more about water. You're going to think about the sea. You're going to think about cruises. You're going to think about swimming, and definitely overweight women or children or men, or people who've got health concerns, who spend more time, with issues on, let's say, their back, their neck, their knee, their arms. When they are spending time in the water doing aqua aerobics, they have quicker recovery, which is more effective. It also helps you kind of, get kinder on your joints, because it's helping you. It's kind of helping you reduce the inflammations and stuff like that. That's because of the water's buoyancy and stuff. Okay, I've written them down here. Okay, so chew on wood. Have you ever heard this one? Chewing on wood. You would think I'm a little crazy or something is wrong with me or something, but yes, chewing on hard material like wood is actually there's a concept of the whole tongue depressor, which you will find only in certain countries and stuff. It has it releases oxygen and stuff. It makes you feel good. It's got this thing of helping you kind of improving your memory. It's like, you're chewing gum, so something like that. It works like that for you. It helps to boost your blood and your oxygen levels to your brains and stuff. And you don't have to think about anything else because it makes you even more alert and stuff. Okay, so research this. It works really very well. Sip coffee. So I'm having tea here. I've already explained it. I'm having tea with ginger. Why? Because ginger is kind of relaxing me, and it's got this natural immunity inducing thing in it. So if I've been unwell and I want to feel better and stuff, it smells so nice. So it's got the grandma nuskas in it. It starts making you feel good and stuff. If you want to sleep after this, you're going to sleep really well. But ideal approach is, or recommended is, coffee, black coffee. It works the best. You may not like it. There was a stage in my life I would rather wait some black coffee, but now if you tell me to have black coffee, I would prefer it any day. I developed the taste for that and everything. And in my office, I normally have a mix of cappuccino and black coffee. Okay. Why do I recommend that? It's not just because it's good for your. It's just good for your being alert and stuff like that. It's also because it's good for your gut health. Okay, so your mind and your gut are connected. I already shared that. If you're going to have fear around falling sick, or somebody's going to say, I heard a lady say this to her child yesterday, you can have momos, but you may fall sick. So I think what she meant was, if you have momos from that particular shop, you may fall sick because those are basically, regular kiosk and stuff. So feeding your child with that kind of information can have two influences. One is they will actually ignore it and go ahead with it and try it and fall sick. But the other thing is, if they have it, their system is going to get stronger and stuff. So just because you think that something is going to kind of make them fall sick and stuff, it doesn't mean it's going to work that way for everybody, because everybody feels differently about food and stuff like that. So coming back to coffee, coffee is good because it's also got antioxidants and stuff, and it reduces tendencies of strokes. It reduces diabetes, Alzheimer's in elders and stuff. And this is also the Food and Drug Administration, which recommends that if you have 400 milligrams of coffee every day, you are actually going to be much fitter, and you're going to have bacteria in you, which is going to technically and health-wise make you feel so good. So if you remember my post on Nappuccino, have a nap before you hit the gym, have a coffee, sleep for 45 minutes and hit the gym, and you're going to see that you're going to be working out better and your exercise is much more effective. Okay. So next is cutting down on TV and screen time to protect your heart. It's not just because it's negative news. It's not just because it induces fear in you. You get addicted and everything. It's also because you have a tendency of becoming couch potatoes, or you're going to be sitting too much of time on the phone or on your laptop or on your TV. You may get something like neck cervical. You may become a little more sedentary and lazy. You may also have cardiovascular diseases and stuff and all that. This is the American Journal Health Association, which I'm sharing stuff from and all that. So try doing some squats, try doing some abs, try doing some sport exercises, try installing a cycle, and try jumping jacks and stuff when you're watching a TV, because not more than an hour or 2 hours in a regular stretch is recommended. But when we go to a movie hall, we watch a movie and everything, that's all right, because when you're actually out of the hall, then you don't watch a movie every day, do you, in a hall? So when you're doing this at home, you're going to be kind of balancing it with exercises and stuff. I do that all the time. I sit before a TV and I do my splits, I do my cardio. Many a times I do sport exercises, I do my neck exercises, I do my abs and everything, and it works miraculously really well for me. So most important is push-ups and everything is also going to help you release oxygen and maintain your blood flow and stuff. Okay. Lastly, watch your waistline. The waistline, most important. People are so careful about what they're eating, why they're eating. ये खाएंगे तो ये होएगा, वो खाएंगे तो वो होएगा. Even when you go to a place which helps you reduce weight and stuff, let's say a VLCC, which was so much in fashion and stuff, do you know what they do? They have these machines which shake up your fat. They have these massages which use oils to disintegrate your fat and everything. And they put you on diets which are basically lifestyle management, which is nothing but work that you have to do. I've been to VLCC when I was younger in college and stuff. I developed a thyroid issue, and people told me you could get mustaches, you could get beards and stuff. You may bloat up and all that because this was the wisdom or this was the knowledge of elders in the family and other people and everything. Okay,